Friands are a fantastic little tea cake, and you know that they're a Friand from the distinct shape of these little oval cupcakes. Now, if you don't have a Friand tin, don't worry, you can absolutely do these as cupcakes. I'm going to make the most beautiful vanilla Friands with a hint of raspberry and some matcha at the end in the icing sugar. Absolutely delicious. So to make a Friand, you have to have a few key ingredients. I'm using vanilla bean paste, but you also need to start the recipe with lots of egg white. So you want them to be at room temperature. So get ahead and get this done first. So bring them out of the fridge. 5 egg whites, and don't throw away your egg yolks. It makes a fantastic mayonnaise or even a delicious custard. So keep them for next time. Into this, we're going to add some butter. So I've melted the butter and I've also brought it to room temperature. And I keep saying that because it really does make a difference to the batter right at the end. So we're going to give this a whisk and just incorporate that. And we're just going to start fluffing this up, if you like, just incorporating some air. And then in goes our vanilla bean paste. We want a good hit of vanilla for this, so about a teaspoon of that goes in. I love this because you do get that intense vanilla flavour and also the little speckles of vanilla bean throughout it. And straight away, I can smell that vanilla. Fantastic. Okay, that's looking great. So now in with our plain flour, just lightly rain that in. We don't want any lumps. Friands also have almond meal in it, so that can go in. And if you want a more intense almond meal flavour, what I suggest is toasting it at a low temperature in the oven. It really brings out the flavour. You can see we've got a gorgeous batter here. And now for some sweetness. So some icing sugar, and then we're just going to fold that in. So it looks like a lot of icing sugar, it is, but it's necessary for this beautiful batter. You can see I'm just incorporating this nice and slowly. I don't want it to go everywhere. And that's as simple as it gets when it comes to a Friand batter. Look at that, absolutely gorgeous. All right, let's start baking. So the easiest way to place this batter into the moulds is to place it into a jug like this one and just scoop it in. And this just ensures it's really tidy. You could also place this into a piping bag. We'll grab our Friand mould and I'm going to pour this thick batter in. And you only want to fill it so it's 3/4 full because they will rise slightly. So that's plenty. And for an extra touch, some raspberries. Lovely fresh raspberries. Going to add 2 of them. Just allow them to poke at the top. I'll fill the rest of them up and it goes into the oven, 160 degrees, and it's going to cook for about 20 to 30 minutes. Once they're cooked, do allow them to cool. Little Friands, they're a delight to make and they're even more of a delight to eat. They're just so delicate, and I love how the raspberries are just popping out there just for that extra little surprise on top of the vanilla addition. So these are great as is. You could just add some icing sugar, or if you want to get a little bit fancy, why not try some matcha, which is some Japanese style tea. It's a powder, and what I'm going to do is add a little bit of this to a sieve along with some icing sugar, and we're just going to lightly dust it over the top. And what I like about this is you get that contrast of white and green, not just for the colour, but I love the flavour because it goes so well with vanilla and raspberry. Oh, aren't they just so cute? Perfect with a cup of tea.